Hello, I'm Michael Diamond and you're watching Muscle Central. Okay, this video is going to be a what-if video. Mere speculation on my part, but I think it's some food for thought. Now, the question I'm going to ask is, what if Dorian Yates did not incur the injuries that he did, and he would have continued on 1998 Mr. Olympia? Would Ronnie Coleman have become champion? Now, let's go back to the beginning. 1991, Dorian bursts on the scene, takes second in the Night of Champions, which is now the New York Pro. He took second to Momo Benaziza. Followed that with a second place finish behind Lee Haney, the current Mr. Olympia champion. Returns in 92 to the Night of Champions, takes first place. Comes back to Olympia, and now we have a vacant title. Lee Haney retires, and Dorian wins his first of 6 Olympia titles. Now, keep in mind, the Dorian that showed up on a 1992 Olympia stage was a little downsized, over-dieted. By his own admission, he sacrificed size to really bring the conditioning. There was a vacant title, and he knew his top competitors were Sean Ray, Flex Wheeler, Kevin Lerone. All of them were going to bring in top-notch conditioning, and he felt he needed to match that in order to win. He did. Returns in 93, walks on stage, and in his own words, Dorian said that he didn't want the judges to look at him and say, "Oh, that's a great physique." He wanted them to look at him, drop their pencils, and say, "What the fuck is that?" Which probably what they did. He walked on in 93, and it was something that was never seen before. The size and the conditioning that he brought was never seen before. Nothing like that on the Olympia stage. Now, in his own words also, he said that he wanted to take, if he was going to do this, he's going to do this all the way. He's going to take it as far as he can to get as big and as ripped as possibly can. And continued putting on size, maintaining conditioning, but unfortunately some injuries set in. 94, he was a little off. 95, and in my opinion, 96 still had it. He came back in 95, improved from 94. The injuries that he incurred weren't very visible on the stage, or perhaps he just knew how to cover them up, not let them be visible. Knew how to present himself in a way where his now flaws were not as noticeable. Very impressive 95. I think he was still very impressive 96, and he was getting bigger. Finally, at 97, you can see his injuries caught up to him. He incurred a tricep injury a few weeks before the 97 Olympia, where most would have bowed out. He stayed in it, wasn't able to train for the last 2 weeks up into the show, still managed to hold on to his title. Now, we got to think about, what if Dorian never had these injuries? What if he stayed injury-free? What his mindset, his attitude, to keep on pushing the envelope and get as big and as freaky and as ripped as he possibly could, would Ronnie Coleman have been able to beat him in the '98 Olympia? It's just mere speculation. My opinion, probably not. I'm not saying that it wouldn't have happened in following Olympias if Dorian would have continued to compete and Ronnie would have continued to improve. But the '98 version of Ronnie definitely would not have overpowered Dorian. Height-wise, they were very similar in height, and Dorian's back width just made him look that much bigger. And like I said, Ronnie would not have overpowered him. I think it was in '98 when he did win, it was a combination of his conditioning and the fact that he simply overpowered the rest of his competitors. If you agree with what I said, if you didn't agree with what I said, please feel free to let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share and subscribe. This is Michael Diamond, and I'd like to thank you for watching Muscle Central.